The future of Google. On one hand, the company is pumping out big innovations like Google Glass, self-driving cars from its secret innovation lab, Google X. On the other hand, it appears to be playing catch-up in some arenas, like, of course, social networking. At this year's Google Developer Conference, we saw no groundbreaking innovations from the Google X lab, no new groundbreaking innovations, but we did see plenty of updates, tweaks, including a redesign of Google Maps, changes to the Google Plus page, and a number of Android updates designed to get Android users to stay more connected to the system. So what does this say about the future of Google? For that, I want to bring back our senior West Coast correspondent, Jon Erlichman. You spent the day at I.O. yesterday. Of course, we had the surprise appearance from Larry Page, who did speak a bit about big ideas and big innovation. But when you look at the evidence, you do sort of see a tale of two Googles.
Well, this is a company like Apple, like a lot of companies in Silicon Valley, that have to manage the innovation message. And what I mean by that is Google Glass is this huge opportunity for them. And, you know, a lot of investors who have watched Google's stock price soar as Apple's has slipped know that there's a benefit that Google has to having its key business still bringing in boatloads of money, and for everybody to be talking about them leading the next generation of the technology we're going to be talking about. We're still waiting to hear more from Apple on that front. But it is still early days, and when Google was asked yesterday, when Larry Page was specifically asked, when's this going to be available for consumers, he defaulted to Sergey Brin, who wasn't speaking yesterday. And I think that's because they really have to make sure this product works well for everybody, because this is the challenge, and Steve Jobs talked a lot about this. Is the world ready for that technology, which we love and think is great? Because if you deliver it and nobody wants it, then that's your challenge.
Yes, and I've been speaking with investors who say, look, it's interesting, you know, but it's not necessarily going to be transformational right now for consumers. Right now, you know, let's talk about, you know, they're really trying to not just woo, but maintain their key Android developer base, right?
Well, absolutely. And the number that we mentioned a lot of times yesterday, because it's a big number, is that they've hit that 900 million Android activations number. I mean, they're almost at 1 billion Android activations around the globe, and probably will get there pretty soon based on the percentage growth we're seeing. And that opens the door for so much more money to be made by Google. You know, you log into these devices using a Google login, and then really they have what a lot of people envy, certainly what a company like Facebook would envy right now. And we asked this question, what is Google Plus, right? It seems like if we're talking Google Plus versus Facebook, Google gets a fail. But if you think of Google Plus as the entry point to the world that is all these different Google services, then maybe Google Plus is a really smart thing that Google has going for it, and sets the stage for them to have just more control over the phone process or the phone, you know, ecosystem, without having to own which handset is popular at the time.